Enough is enough. The CFPB just discovered that these secondary agencies, which I call the snitches, is indirectly or directly reporting inaccurate information, which is costing you a job. It's costing you from getting an apartment. It's costing you a lot more. So we're going to talk about what they did, what you can do about it, and if this affects you, how can you sue them? So sit back, relax, grab a pen, get some paper, get something to drink, because we about to get straight into it. January 11th, 2024, CFPB released an article, and within that article, they conducted the research, and they found out that, hey, these secondary agencies that do background checks are reporting inaccurate information. But guess what? It's costing people to get a job because they reported inaccurate information. But most importantly, if they try to apply for an apartment, they also getting denied because of the inaccurate information that's reported. And guess what else I found? Background checks are often critical factors when landlords and employers make rental and employment determination. The information in the reports can cover a person's credit history, rental history, employment, salary, professional license, and criminal arrest, and conviction and driver records. However, as documented earlier, CFPB research on tenant screening, background check reports often contain false or misleading information about individuals. Listen to this. The CFPB and the FTC launched a public inquiry in 2023 and asked for people's experience with background checks used to screen potential tenants for rental housing. The CFPB and FTC received more than 600 comments. Most of the comments came from renters. They told the agencies about many problems they encountered, including not receiving adverse action notices and finding inaccurate and errors that are difficult to correct that have decades-long impact on housing opportunity. Many describe bias in criminal and credit system transferring into housing decisions. So what does that mean for you? They don't care about us. They're in the business of making money. They get paid for every time somebody inquires about your information. Is that fair? Probably not. But guess what? They're not going to change it. You think I'm crazy? Listen to this.
Who take the time to meticulously document a case that the bill isn't theirs or the bill has been paid. That is never seen by anybody?
It's not seen by anyone who considers it in determining whether or not information will be removed from a credit report.
It's not forwarded on to the person who has the complaint with you?
No, it is never forwarded on. Never forwarded on to the creditor.
We can get a jury verdict for $1 million. That's chump change to some of these bureaus. They would rather pay a verdict in $1 million than to actually go in and change the policies and procedures that they have, because that's much more expensive to them.
I can say this without qualification. The dispute procedures used by the credit reporting agencies, uniformly used, completely fail to comply with the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Courts have found that. The Federal Trade Commission has found that. It's not even a close call.
Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine agreed.
I think the industry is a mess, and I think the impact it has on real people is just unconscionable.
You think they're breaking the law?
I think they're breaking the law. There is no doubt in my mind they are breaking the law.
Crazy, huh? Listen to what my lawyer has to say about this.
Yeah, the system is set up to just agree with the original reporter. And let's talk about why. Do you know how Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, they make their money? Do you have you ever paid them?
I believe I know how. Yeah, they make their money because companies pay them to report the information.
Amen. Robin, it's like we set that up before tonight. That's exactly right. But yeah, they make their money, the billions of dollars, because Capital One is paying them $10, $20, $30 million a year. Every time Capital One sends them information about you, they have to pay them a little bit of money. Mm-hmm. So who are they going to agree with? If you reach out to them and say, I'm right, Capital One's wrong, but Capital One is paying them $10 million a year, are they going to agree with you? Or are they going to agree with their partner? So the system's set up to fail. It's why lawyers like me are so important, to get connected to people like you and consumers and other, people like Dave and Mike, because the system's set up to fail. And as a consumer, you're going against billion-dollar corporations who hire $1,000 an hour lawyers who have glass mansion firms in the biggest cities in the world. Mm-hmm. And it's David versus Goliath. But yeah, they don't make their money from me or you. They make their money from the company. So of course they agree with them. Right. Set up to fail. So
after hearing all that information, you have two options. The first option is ordering your secondary reports, all right? LexisNexis, CoreLogic, Innovis, Factor Trust, MicroBilt, DataX, all these different places reporting information on you that you need to check. The second option is suing these people, also ordering your reports, but also suing them. And if you want to learn about that, you need to hit up my litigation team so we can sue these people. As you can see, they don't care. Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, and these other secondary agencies and debt collectors, they don't care about reporting inaccurate information. They're in the business of making money, and nothing's going to change until we do something about it. And how we do something about it, we sue them, all right? So if you're ready to sue, let's do it.